Hey y'all, wanted to talk through my hair journey and PCOS hair loss, specifically my experience, what I've done as far as tactics that I've done to help with my hair. Now, it's a humid, hot day here in Texas, so my hair doesn't look appetizing as I would hope it to be, but really hope that this video can be helpful for others who have PCOS and have struggles with hair loss, whatever it may be. I know that everyone's hair loss journey or everyone's PCOS journey is so specific to themselves. I hope that this is just a good resource for tips that you can use yourself to help. And also, disclaimer, I'm not a professional, nor any of my tips are, any professional advice. It's simply just what I've used that's worked for me, and hopefully some of these tips you can use yourself that can help with your journey as well. So let's get started. So my hair naturally, from the minute I was born, younger, was thick, curly hair. I am half Puerto Rican and I'm half Belizean, so that was literally the hair combo I had. And at a young age, I wanted to straighten my hair because, I wanted to look like everyone else in school, and there wasn't many girls I could say that looked like me or had my type of hair. So I started straightening my hair with a curling iron. I know, hot mess. And then that transpired to continuing to straighten my hair. Now, as I've gone older, my curls have relaxed because of treatments, because of dye, straightening my hair. So now it's more of a wavy curly. However, the biggest change I saw was when I was diagnosed with PCOS, and it was one of the main symptoms that I had. So my PCOS really was when it all started, when my symptoms started to arise. The first thing was the adult cystic acne. I was 28, 29, so I had the cystic acne. But one of the things I also started noticing was the thickness of my hair at the top, at the crown, at the front, thinning. I've always had baby hairs, but there was clearly, hi buddy, there was clearly bald spots here. So there was no longer baby hairs. So that was a red flag. And then obviously the thinning right here. So it would be thick and it would be long, but it was thin hair where you could see the scalp. Hi buddy. But anywho, all that to say is there is hope. So here are my tips on what I did to help with my hair loss and help bring it to what it is today. So the first part is internal. So what I did internally to set up my body for success. The first part I incorporated was inositol. Inositol is a supplement that is still relatively new. However, I think I've talked about it in another video, has been super helpful for women who have PCOS. It's helped out with fertility, ovulation, bringing back periods regularly. It's also helped myself with my hair growth, more specifically hair thickening, and I'm seeing that in the time that I've taken inositol. I've taken inositol on and off for about a year, but I've been really religious with taking inositol since I'm trying to conceive, TTC. That has been super instrumental and super helpful. It also has helped with other things like unwanted hair growth in areas that I'm not going to talk about, okay? Because you ladies know where it's at, okay? But that's been the first thing. And I take 2 of these. It directs you to take 4, but I take 2. I'm not saying you need to take inositol, I'm just telling you that's what I did. The next thing I did is going to be an external one, and it's what I did to protect the hair I currently have. And part of that was, of course, protective hairstyles. And so going from a state of always curling or straightening my hair every day, I have now minimized to curling, straightening, or styling my hair maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, which I know sounds super out there and super dramatic, but it worked. And what I do in the meantime, because my hair looks crazy, is I do a French braid, and it helps me still have my natural hair, but in a protective hairstyle. So I do a French braid here and there, and that's usually my go-to style. I don't do it too tight because you don't want to cause strain there, but protective hairstyles has been another great thing, and not putting too much heat to the hair, because your girl, she needs to breathe. Help her be as healthy as she can be. You gotta minimize that heat, and I know it's tough because I've been there. It sucks, but protective hairstyles is a win. The other huge thing that I've incorporated, and it may sound counterintuitive, is getting a haircut every 6 to 8 weeks religiously. Like without fail. And you may think, okay, well, I don't really have that much hair left to cut, or all I have is length. That's the only thing I have. Chop, not so much. But when I got haircuts religiously every 6 to 8 weeks, I saw a huge improvement within my hair growth, thickness, and even when like I used to be younger and I'd say, oh, just a trim. No. Give me a full cutaroo. And my ends have been so much healthier, but getting those haircuts every 6 to 8 weeks has been huge with helping motivate my hair to grow. The next thing I did was purchase a wet brush, and this has been really huge as far as, you'll know when you wash your hair, you may wash your hair and chunks of hair come out. When you put a towel on your head, same thing, and your hair is very delicate and can fall out very easily. So implementing a wet brush and combing it when it's a little bit more semi-dry, when it's not wet and fragile, and starting from the bottoms and working my way up has been really great. I've used a ton of brushes in my lifetime, but the wet brush has been really great because it's for delicate hair. And yeah, I really love this one that I have here. I'll link another one that I use that's really made for thinning hair, but it's less of a detangler, it's more of just a hairbrush to smooth out. But I'll link that one below. But wet brush, amazing. The next one I've implemented is from The Ordinary. It's the multi-peptide serum for hair density, not destiny. And really, it's a concentrated serum that helps hair look thicker, denser, fuller, and healthier. It's great for all hair types, thin, medium, and even thick. And how you use it is that you apply it to dry, clean hair, and you apply it to your scalp. I've only been using this for about a month, but I've seen some of the before and afters on this, and it is insane. I'll try to put some up here and show you some before and afters. So I'm excited to see this. I love The Ordinary for skincare, so I know if they can do well for my skin, they can do well for my scalp. So really excited about that product. Alright guys, the last thing I'm going to leave you with as far as a tip or a resource is just a pep talk, and to let you know that there is a whole ocean of women that are in your corner that have experienced what you're experiencing, whether it be PCOS, hair loss, or any of the things that I may talk about on my channel. And just know that I will continue to share videos of what's worked for me. I will also share videos of what I'm struggling with, because I found so much hope in, the videos that I saw on the internet of other women just like me who dealt with similar things. So just know I got your back, girl, and I'll continue to share any tips, and if these continue to work, I hope they're working, I'll share as they evolve, or if I change my routine at all, and share whatever tips I can, and I'll be sure to link everything below. But just know, ladies, I got your back. We got this. I will see you on the next one.